my name's Sam. I've been a student here for about a year and a half, 2 years. So I was struggling with some of my grades, and I was trying to decide if this, pre-med path was right for me, if I should still try and become a doctor. And that was about the time when I saw an ad over campus for something called the Strong Interest Inventory. And I had heard about it before, but wasn't exactly sure what it entailed, So I actually researched it, and apparently the Strong Interest Inventory has a lot of research behind it, so I thought, perfect. My whole interview while I was with Lisa, I kept saying, well, medical schools want this and medical schools want that, but if it were up to me, I'd be a psych major, or if it were up to me, I'd do this. And after talking with Lisa, I realized it is up to me. I can do whatever major I want, whatever I'm interested in. It was really good to show what my judgments were about certain professions, and it really helped highlight what I didn't know. And it gave me some good insight to the types of jobs that I might like, and maybe the types of jobs that I should look into. So I have a hard time getting out of my head. So there were some questions where it's like, what do you think about this profession? Or what do you think about that profession? I was like, I don't know, I think this. And so I just went really, really fast, which was good because sometimes I wanted to second guess myself. But I mean, if that's really what I think, that's what I should answer. But there were some other questions like, how do you learn best? Or like what type of environments or work environments do you prefer? And for those type of questions, I did think a little bit longer because my gut reaction is probably going to be like, oh, I remember this one time I worked like this. But for those questions, I tried to evaluate my life and be like, well, how have I responded? So there were some questions that I thought a little bit longer on, but for the most part, I tried to just bulldoze through it because I wanted it to be an accurate reflection of what I actually think and what I'm actually interested in. In the end, what I think was best about the Strong Interest interview is that it didn't really change the classes that I'm taking much. Like right now, none of my classes have changed, but my feeling about the classes that I'm taking are totally different. I'm way more motivated. I'm getting better grades just because, I didn't really have confidence in my pre-med path before, but now I know exactly what I'm going for, and now I feel like even if I don't become a doctor, that's okay because I know the general direction where I'm going. And maybe I could be a psychologist, maybe I could go into clinical psychology, and I'm not necessarily stressed as much because I know that as long as I follow my interests, I'm going to be happy about it. It's really steered me towards having more confidence in the classes that I'm taking. It's given me the confidence to say, hey, I keep saying if it were up to me, I would be this major. And I realize now it is. So even though I haven't officially changed my major, I was able to talk to an academic counselor and say, hey, this Strong Interest survey said this might be good for me, and I'm considering it. So now I have a plan to potentially change my major. So I would strongly suggest to every student that you take this interview, even if you are dead set that you absolutely know what you're going to do. Because when classes get hard, or here you are graduated and you have a degree that you're not terribly passionate about, because now you have some life experience, you would have wished you would have had a little bit of an external type of view. And I feel like that's really what the interview gave me, is the fact that it was able to say, hey, you can't know all the details of every profession out there. So let's see what professions you're interested in, and then let's interview the other professionals who have interests like you do, and let's see how you compare. So it was really cool for me to examine my interests and then compare it with other professionals who are like, yeah, I value, helping people, but I also really value science. And then here are the professions where people answered the same way, and there were a lot of professions that I thought would be dumb. And I realized that might be perfect for me. Maybe I should give that a second chance. So if you haven't taken the interview yet, I would definitely suggest you do. For no other reason, because then if your plan has to change a little bit, it's a lot less stressful to feel like you're stuck in a rut and there's only one way to go somewhere. You'll know, hey, I've got some options, and if this doesn't work out for me, maybe I can go that way.